Hey, we're back again. Wait a few minutes for those who are interested in this topic to come on back in the room. I'm gonna make me some tea. Okay, so this topic involves traveling internationally with your fur baby. I know a lot of us have. Hey, Claudia, welcome back. A lot of us have our pets, our family pets, and we love them. They're part of our family. It's not easy to just, get rid of animal that you have bonded with, that's part of your family. You know what I mean? In a lot of ways, they're like your little kids too. You know what I'm saying? They have their little personalities. You get attached with them, attached to them. They're attached to you, and so it would be traumatic on both sides, particularly with kids, and then for the animal too, for you to just disappear. So um, my daughter has a dog that she and my son absolutely love, and so the dog is going to Ghana with us. Now, I admit, at first I don't know what I thought. I thought we was just gonna go up there and show them the shot records, and the dog was just going, pay whatever for the dog to fly, and that was it. But fortunately for me, something told me just check, just do a little research. And then I realized that it's a whole thing about exporting animals internationally into other countries. It's not, you don't just walk up to the airport. If we had just gone up to the airport that day with some shot records, then we wouldn't be flying, because then the dog wasn't going to be able to go. So what you have to do is, Ghana, each country have their own requirements about what in documentation. There's specific documentation that you need to import an animal, a live animal, into a country. So what you need to do is get with a veterinarian in your area, and they will do a little bit of the background research on what's required for the country that you're going to. And you need to take the dog in, I would suggest, a week before your travel date. So go ahead and make that appointment, because the vet has to do an examination, has to submit some paperwork to the USDA in New York. Yeah. And then they are the ones who will issue you the travel documents for the dog. So you need time for that to get back to you. I found out that they will overnight it to you. You have to pay. The dog has to be up to date, of course, on her rabies and other like distemper and some other things. That our dog was up to date on everything, but her shots were about to expire. Like by the time we entered Ghana later this month, things would have started to. She would need new shots. Now I know for a fact they have veterinarians and stuff like that in Ghana, but because it was so close to our travel date, just to be on the safe side, we just went ahead and gave her fresh, up-to-date shots for everything, so that it looks good on her paperwork. But yeah, let me tell y'all, $400, almost $500. The paperwork for the USDA alone, and for them to send you that the stuff, was $225 by itself. So calculate that into your plans. So, but the vet bill plus that paperwork from the USDA that I found out they will overnight to us because we're close to leaving it. We didn't want to risk not having it. Total, it was over $400 that we paid for to get this shit. Okay, for this dog. And we ain't talked about what we're gonna pay for her to fly. Okay? So be prepared. Don't wait till the last minute like I did, because I waited to the last minute and then I was running around. What day was this? Not yesterday, because they got us in an appointment on yesterday because it was like an emergency situation. But day before that, just calling around because we couldn't find a vet to get an appointment. They were booked up, and I was like, "Oh Lord, we're gonna have to change our ticket because of the dog." You know what I'm saying? So, but it worked out. We did find a veterinarian, and a lot of these vets don't know the rules, so they're sitting up there looking at us, asking us what do we? I'm like, we don't know. You know what I mean? So we were able to find a veterinary hospital that's familiar with the process, that knew who to contact, knew what to do. So I don't want y'all to get caught, and then, you get messed up trying to just don't. You cannot just show up at the airport with your animal to fly internationally. It does not work. Don't do it. And, so does anybody have any other prediction? Oh, now I can tell y'all about emotional support. So with an emotional support dog, if the dog is under a certain weight, along with its container, I know when we talked to Ethiopian Airlines, it was they'll let you fly with the dog from the United States with an emotional support letter. I know some people have these letters. And the dog can literally fly on the plane with you, but they have to meet with their carrier, meet a certain weight requirement. I know Ethiopian Airlines, it was something really small, like 22 pounds. Our dog is 50 pounds, right? So, and another thing to be mindful of when you're booking your flight and you're traveling with the animal who can't go on with you on, in the passenger part, what we ended up doing was having to switch. I was going with Ethiopian Airlines, but I had to change because they, when they put her in a cargo hold, make sure those places are air conditioned, particularly because when they get over Africa, it's very hot and you don't want your dog to dehydrate in the cargo hold. But hello, Moto. Sorry about that. It was a 13-hour flight from the U.S. to Ethiopia, and none of us were comfortable with her being in a cargo hold for 13 hours. That's like, ugh, you know what I mean? So we ended up going with Turkish airline, although I'm not interested in going to Turkey at all. And then it's got a long ass layover in Istanbul. But that flight is only, because going to Turkey is basically going to Europe. So it was only like 6 hours, something like that, flight that she would be there, and then she would be out doing the layover, and then they walk, she's fed, she's given water, she can walk, she can stretch her legs and be out for a while. And then before we catch that final leg, that next 6 hours from Turkey to Ghana. So Turkish airline worked better for us. I mean, when you consider the price of the flight and the amount of time that the dog would have to be in the cargo whole area, and plus it's air conditioned and stuff like that. So these are the things you're going to want to think about when you're flying with your animal. What's going to be a good situation for them. It's already going to be scary for them because you're not going to be around and not going to know what's going on. You know what I mean? So you just want to try to make them as comfortable as possible. Get them a nice crate. They said, you have to make sure it's big enough for them to move around in and stuff, like stand up, move around. And because she's already 50 pounds, she's a pretty tall dog. We needed to get something big enough for her to be comfortable in. We'll put some padding in there so she can, try to be as relaxed as possible because it's already going to be a very scary thing for her. We already know that. So, but in terms of your paperwork, absolutely, you want to check with the airlines, see what their requirements are. If oh, so with the emotional support letter, you can fly with the dog from the United States. But if you got a layover somewhere before you make that, like, they do not have to honor that emotional support letter once you get out of the country. So so I know with the Ethiopian airline, they were like, okay, well, with an emotional support letter, she can fly for free in the, assuming she meet that weight requirement, which she doesn't, with us on the plane, but because she doesn't, she has to go in the cargo, but only the first leg of it would be free. From Ethiopia to Ghana, they were charging. You know what I mean? So these are all the things because Ethiopia don't have this emotional support situation, so they don't, in America, when you get that emotional support letter, you can take your dog anywhere. Can't nobody say shit, dog move it, go everywhere you can go, or animal. But outside of America, nobody gives a crap about your emotional support letter. Okay. So you need to know that. All right. So that's basically it. Don't wait till the last minute and get your money right, because it's going to cost you for your animal to move around with you. And you need to be prepared for that, and make sure you check with, when you're booking your flight, how long she's going to be there. If they have air conditioning in the cargo hold, if there's a layover, will they take her out and walk her and things like that? Or check to see if you will have access to her during the layover. All of those type of things you want to think about when moving to another country with your fur baby. So I think I've covered that topic. I don't have anything else to add. If anybody have any questions, you can contact me directly. Share this information with anybody you know that is traveling with their baby, their fur baby, so that they know and get prepared. Because it's tragic to leave them. Come say hi, Velvet. Come say hi to my friends. Come here. Come. She's being silly, right? Come. Why are you being silly? You don't want to come say hi? Come here, Velvet. Come, girl. Come. Yeah, she's being silly. I was going to let her say hi, but she's being goofy. Come say hi, Velvet. She's silly. Yeah. Anyway, y'all see plenty of video footage of her in Ghana. I told her she's fixing to be an Africa dog now. So anyway, all right. The next topic will be starting in 15 minutes. And that one, what did I say? Oh, now that the borders are open, what all I've had to do to get ready. So we'll talk about that so that you all are prepared for what you got to go through to get into the country. Okay? So I'll see y'all in 15 minutes. Take care. Love you.